Flagman's Cloverleaf experimental spread. I drew one of the options that actually works well in this kind of a setup. I'll just zero in, get a little closer look at it. Let's start by looking at the overall group of three different distinct groups of decoys. In this particular case, what I've done is experimented with different types and kind of put them in a variety of clusters, staying with the basic cloverleaf of three different areas. I'm going to start on probably number 3. In this particular case, I'm going to start with number 3, and as you can see, this particular group, I've kept it to sleeper shells, which are fairly new on the market, and then passive shells where the heads can be arranged in such a way where they look like they're very resting and very much at peace. In addition to those ground shells, I choose this group in this particular setup to put 6 to 8 closers, so that represents a family group that's ready to come in and are in the process of landing with these sleepers. I like to leave a little opening between the front and the back half of those sleeper shells, so that's an inviting place and a target for those incoming flocks to look at and appear into that particular area. Now across from there, approximately 25 yards between the two, I would put a combination of full bodies, motion decoys, anything you've got that represents an active feeding flock. This particular setup is when done right, is a great place to locate your gunners, whether you use just whatever it is, blinds, layout blinds, pits, whatever, any way you can hide your gunners, whatever your favorite way is, keeping them approximately 25 yards between the two, so that when birds, if they pick the sleeper shells and the closers, you also have that opportunity to be in a position to catch the birds that might want to join the feeding flock. This there again is an experiment in which group of decoys is most attractive, instead of combining them all together, separating them and make some determination as to which works best in what situation. Now upwind from there, you'll see that I've placed silhouettes. This is a great place to use silhouettes because as they approach, they still see the sides of the silhouettes, and silhouettes make a great trailer filler. You can carry an awful lot of silhouettes and make this a kind of a standout group of decoys, and they're again based in family groups, and you can spread this out and make it far enough ahead of the other two groups so that it represents a good feeding flock. Also, if you've still got 42-inch shells, you may want to use your 42-inch shells up in this particular location, and if you've got extra hunters that would kind of plug up group number 2, you may want to position them up in group number 1 and then use them to attract and convince them to fly past the shooting stations and head for number 1. There again, you can kind of see and experiment as to which decoy group has the most pulling power and the most convincing appearance that birds see, and what they choose in the final act of coming in and committing to your spread. With that said, I'm just going to go back to a pan of the overall picture, very much in the shape of a cloverleaf, and for that reason I would say that for those people that are looking for a spread that's unlike the X and the J and the U and the whatever alphabet you prefer, Christmas tree, arrowhead, whatever, this is an alternative, probably similar in some respects to a Christmas tree spread or whatever. So that's just another setup that might give you some interesting results.